Hey, Professor B here. Let me go ahead and get set up. Y'all, how are you? Um, I'm very excited to hop on this trend of, chatting with y'all like a video call. I'm gonna have my laptop right here as I set up. I'm gonna tell you just a little bit about me and this series. How's college going for you? I know this is your first year, and I know, I know. For some of us, the I know is college is going great. It's the best thing ever. For some of us, the I know is things are a little, things are getting a little thick right now with this time of year. I'm taping this in October. So this is midterm season for many of us. And so I just want to drop a few things that I've learned along the way. Some advice. This college this college experience isn't perfect. I am not perfect, and you're not perfect, and that's okay. We are here because, I am my best sharing things that I've learned with you. So let me briefly tell you about myself, and then we'll get right into what this first season of the first year experience slash freshman college guide will offer. So I'm Professor B. My name is Tanya Busiko, soon to be doctor. Woo! So I'm in school like you. I've been a professional student for the last 20 years. Long time, long time. And I learned a lot. And I was an assistant writing professor for a while. I've been in higher ed over a decade. And it's time for me to share the things that I shared with my students with you all. It's important. I don't want to gatekeep this information. I think that the lessons I've learned, the things that I've experienced will benefit you. So let's see a few other things about me. So I'm a professional student. So I've been in school a long time. I've gotten a few degrees. I have a degree in English. I have a degree in theology. I have a Master of Divinity to be specific. I have a degree in theater, and now I'm finishing up my PhD. So that's a little bit about me. So let's talk about this schedule. So generally, we'll open each phone call, and there'll be about 5 to 6 minutes. We'll open each phone call with mindfulness, where we'll just inhale and exhale so that we can be present in the moment. I'm also a budding yogi, which at some point, we're going to offer some online yoga classes. We're not there yet. Because I also think that this journey for you all is a holistic one, and one in which I am excited to share with you. So let's talk about what we're going to talk about for this series. So we already know the phone calls are going to be short, 5 to 6 minutes max. I'm going to say what I got to say and be done. Also, let you know I'm a little cheesy, so there might be some singing, some emoting, some dancing. Because I like to have fun. Let's see. So what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about a range of topics. We're going to talk about some things that you already know about, but I just want to have some refreshers. Also, I want to make sure I say this. Yes, this is for first-year college students, but even if you're not a first-year college student, let's say you are a high school senior, you're welcome here. Let's say you are a second, third, fourth grad student, you are welcome here. Let's say you're a lifelong learner and you don't go to college, but hey, these might be some tips that you need. All of who you are is welcome in this space. And I promise to bring as much as I can in this medium, all of who I am. Anyway, let me focus. That's why we're doing these short videos, because I can go off on a tangent. Back to the schedule. So we're going to talk about our schedule, our syllabus, campus resources. We're going to talk about dorm life. We're going to talk about setting our goals, making friends. We're going to talk about the different weeks of school, what we should be thinking about for our first week, our second week, third, fourth, all the way through the last week of the semester. We're also going to talk about a little bit of group work. We're going to talk about things that perhaps our high school teachers, I'm going to say it like this, things that would have been helpful had our high school teachers told us that. We'll also have some special topics. We're going to talk about, for those of us BIPOC folks, we're going to talk a little bit about our experiences as BIPOC people and what that means in certain college spaces. We're also going to celebrate and have some fun. Let's see. Oh, we're also going to talk about a few, I'm not going to say quite mistakes, but missteps. We're going to talk about some missteps. And we're going to conclude this season with something important, because the reality is all of us might not be what we deem our best at this time. And sometimes life has a way of having other priorities that exist that will impede us from doing what we feel is our best. And so we're concluding this series on what some might call a somber note, but for me, this is really the truth of a lot of people's experience. This has been my experience, but we are closing this series talking about failing a course. I'm one of those folks that always tell my students that sometimes failure teaches us things that success can't. Failing a course is not who you are as a person. Sometimes, let me say this. So Boosie Teaches motto is, in a galaxy of learners, Boosie teaches like the way. And so it's saying that sometimes college feels like the abyss. That's why we have the galaxy theme. That sometimes it feels like you're walking through darkness, just trying to find the light of stars. And so what I want you to know is that Boosie Teaches is here to be a light in the abyss of the college experience. And so I say that and correlate that to failing a course because sometimes it's hard for us to find the light. But what I invite us as we conclude this call, as well as when we conclude this first season, my hope is that you'll be reminded that even in the abyss of the darkness of a galaxy of college experiences, in the darkness, in the abyss of trying to figure out how to navigate this choice that you made. For some of us, college was, we were voluntold. For some of us, we wanted to be here. For some of us, we think that college is the best way to a career that we want. But no matter where you might find yourself in this galaxy of college, of learners, part of what I want us to do and to experience in this space for this first season is I want you to give yourself grace. I want you to check in with yourself. I want you to have balance and have fun. We can't just study all the time, even though it's important. We want that. My hope is that this advice series will help you live a more full life. I'm not saying that you're not already, but I hope that in some way, Boosie Teaches can light the way. In this college experience, and part of why I'm doing this series exactly like this, where I have notes, I have a script, but I'm not reading from my script. I need this series to be as authentic as possible, in that you will see me pause and think and consider things. You might hear me change my mind in real time as I'm processing and talking to you. This space is, I'll say this, if I set up this space for perfection, then how will you be able to find your way? Because if I set this space up for perfection, this may feel like your college experience has to be a specific way, a way that you might see it on TV, but that is not how real life happens. And so you will see some purposeful imperfections in the filming, because I need this. I need you to know that I'm learning and growing just like you. I am trying just like you. I'm a student just like you. Yes, I've been in school a lot longer. I'm still learning every day. And so I just want you to know that not only are you welcome in this space, not only is your whole self welcome. And when I mean whole self, I mean days where you're not feeling that great, days where you're like, oh, I cannot believe I signed up for these classes. Oh, I don't feel like writing. Days where you're excited and pumped about classes. Days where, Your friendships might shift and transition. Days where you're homesick. All of those things are welcome here. I've spent a lot of time preparing to talk to you because your story is valuable, your life is valuable, your journey is valuable, and I take that so seriously. So that being said, that's all we have for the intro, y'all. Now, I will say, please don't judge this shirt. So this is a Boosie Teacher shirt. As La Roach said in a recent podcast, if you go in a store and you like it, try it on. If you love it, buy it. And if you buy it, live in it. And as someone who spent many years getting Boosie Teaches where it is, I spent a lot of time doing this content creation on my own. I just know that I am living in these shirts. Okay, all right, I'm done, y'all. Let's conclude with a little bit of deep breathing because we can't forget our mindfulness. So I invite you to plant your feet on the ground or the floor, roll your shoulders back, close your eyes if you feel comfortable. If not, have a soft gaze. And we are going to inhale for a count of 5 and exhale for a count of 7. And that'll conclude our intro episode. Let us begin. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale. Exhale through your nose. And as we say here at Boosie Teaches, in a galaxy of learners, Boosie teaches like soy. See you in a little bit.